Good afternoon, everyone. This is David with Bolivar Live. Well, I tell you what you're looking at right now is a live view from our saltwater gospel cam here on Bolivar Peninsula. And you can see we used this shot earlier today, about 11 o'clock, 11:30, because I wanted to give you a reference. It's a good camera to view. I can operate it if I need to, but I wanted to use it, and I'm going to use it probably again tonight if I get back and don't do a live feed from the beach. But we're in storm watch mode now. We're going to be on and off the air through tomorrow evening, tracking it, watching the radar, and just seeing where Francine's going to go. But I can tell you, I figure it's going to be about 150, 175 miles at least from us. And so let's look at the radar of this, because it started its northeast move now. And you can see up the very top, right under the ticking clock, that's Galveston Bay and Bolivar Peninsula there. And so you can see where it is from us, and it's heading northeast, heading in. Actually, I think New Orleans is probably about the center of the cone, and we're going to take a look at that. But definitely, I don't think it's grown as fast and as big as what they had thought as of right now, but it still has a lot of room to cover. And what's that mean for Bolivar Peninsula? Well, they did call for a voluntary evacuation, and I'm gonna go through some slides as I'm talking. Did call for a voluntary evacuation, and that's strictly, and actually I've been talking about it since Saturday or Sunday. You know, anytime we have something like this where the ferry may shut down for some time, or Highway 87 gets water on it, if you have a medical condition, you really need to get off the peninsula, because when the wind's blowing, and 87's shut down because of debris and stuff, and the ferry shut down, you can't get off Bolivar. And so anytime you have, may have to go to the hospital, may have to go see a doctor, it's best to go ahead, go visit someone, get off Bolivar, and so you're safe. In case something does come up, you've got access to the medical people that you need. And so let's look at the intensity. And this is the 18Z, or this is the models. You can see it's moved over a little bit more to the east. And once again, I'll say, I'm not a weather person. Please refer back to your local weather or the National Hurricane Center. This actually comes from Tropical Tidbits and .com. Great website. They do some great work up there, and really keep you informed and get the models. One of the first places I see the models. And so thank you to tropicaltidbits.com for everything you do and making it easy for us to find the information we need so we can get it out to the people here. But we're going to be following this now on and off throughout the night and into tomorrow. We're going to be watching the tides. You can see the model shifted more to the east. Now it pretty much, goes up through, I think, about New Orleans, if my map's right, thinking's right. And that's a good thing, because that way it's not coming in closer to the Texas coast, which would affect us more. I think we'll see some 35, 40 mile an hour winds max. We may have some gusts a little bit higher than that, depending on the rain. And see a little bit of a storm surge. At one time it was 1 to 3 feet, but I really don't think we're going to see 3 feet. I may be wrong. Hope I'm right. And that way we can keep our dunes, because they took a pretty good hit, and a lot of them disappeared during Burl. And so let's look at the intensity. We're about 24 hours, a little less than 24 hours out. And the models are coming together now pretty close. Still got a few down in the tropical storm range. I'm really surprised this hasn't been upgraded to a hurricane yet. It's probably 55 miles an hour, now 51 or something like that. But You can see most of the models. A few of them are in the tropical storm range, but they've come pretty close together about what it's going to be at landfall. And that is a Cat 1, middle to low end Cat 1. And so we'll have to wait and see. A lot of the storm chasers and meteorologists think it may ramp up a little bit, but they may change their mind now because has been taking in some dry air. And I think that's sort of why, from reading up on it, why it hasn't intensified like they thought it was going to. And so I forgot to put up. Let me see real here. Let me get something here and get the. We got the latest hurricane, or National Hurricane Center update, and so let me find it here. 4 p.m. I'm probably gonna have to size it down a little bit and see if I can get it sized in here. I made a mistake and didn't get it put in place. And so let me see if I can get it in here in place real quick to show y'all, because I was up here at the office, but I was waiting for the, there we go, waiting for the 4 p.m. update to come out. And so there you can see, this is the 4 p.m. Tropical Storm Francine update. You can see on there, I'm watching my TV, Bolivar Live TV. And you can find our shows on social media, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Once we put it up, it comes out automatically on Facebook and YouTube, and then we put it up on another YouTube channel and then Instagram and the website. And so for live stuff, it's best to watch it on YouTube or Facebook. You can also see it on our Bolivar Live TV. And when you go to it, the right banner at the beginning that talks about the shows is our live channel. And when we come on, that goes live. And then we've got our library of shows about 2 months. But here you can see and it looks like they've sped it up a little bit, because it was looking at 1 p.m. or 7 p.m. Wednesday, and they've upped it now, I guess, because it's going across, not making that curve and an arch in it. 4 p.m. today, you can see where it is, and 1 p.m. Wednesday with probably a 2 p.m. landfall. There you can see it, or 4 p.m. landfall. There you can see 1 a.m. It's up at the Mississippi-Louisiana line. And so is a tropical storm. And so it looks like it's going to go down pretty quick once it hits land. But it has moved over, and I didn't pull the models up, but it looks like we're barely in any kind of warning or anything. And so I'll try and get that a little bit later. But anyway, we're going to be updating you. We're going to be watching as the night goes on, through the night, watching the tides, watching Highway 87. We'll do some feeds as needed on any updates that they have. The National Hurricane Center, Galveston County, if they come out with any other updates, if we get word that the ferry shut down for an extended period of time, we'll let you know that and try and do a feed from down there. If not, we're going to be on the road in the Bolivar Live truck. So if you see us tonight, all hours of the night driving around, whizzing by, wave to us, because I told Chris earlier that, okay, it's that time, 24 more hours, and then we should be done and get back. We've got the weekend coming up. We've got to get ready for the weekend ahead. So I want to thank Camp Margaritaville, Crystal Beach, for sponsoring this Bolivar Live feed. Typically, we do a show promoting the business of the beach or something like that. But with this end, we've pulled down all our shows, and probably will through tomorrow. And then Thursday, we'll go back to our regular scheduled shows. But want to thank them for everything they do down here. They've got some great live music. Make sure you visit their website at campmargaritavillecrystalbeach.com. So anyway, there's the 4 p.m. update from the National Hurricane Center. You can find this easily if you want to check it. It comes out at 4 p.m., 7 p.m., 11 p.m., 1 a.m., 4 a.m., and 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. And so you can watch this and do the checks. They also have a lot of other information on there. And make sure, if you haven't, they did call for a voluntary evacuation, not a mandatory, a voluntary. But you can sign up for that through the Galveston County Office of Emergency Management and get updates on things that are happening down here any time of the year, not just this time of the year. And so there's your live view from the Saltwater Gospel Beach Cam here. In fact, that's a vacation rental, and it actually has a pool on the front deck there. Great vacation rental by Swedes. So you can see the water's turbulent a little bit, got that look to it. And I'm sure it's going to get a little bit more. You can see the rig in the background out there. And we're going to be back a little bit later on letting you know exactly what's going on with Tropical Storm Francine. Maybe they'll upgrade it. There you can see it. And you can see Galveston's right about the center of the photo, right under the time clock there. That's where Galveston is, and Bolivar Peninsula. So it's almost due south of probably San Luis Pass right now. There you can see all the clouds and the convection in it and stuff, and the rain going off. We haven't got that much rain here, and so I'm anxious to see what happens because that northeast side is lacking much. And so I'm wondering if we're going to get the rain. I thought we'd get, 2 to 3 inches, probably 3 inches at one time, but, we may not even get that. And so we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Once again, the intensity models are coming together, and looks like it's going to be a medium to low Cat 1 if it doesn't intensify before landfall, which will be tomorrow afternoon. I'll pull that image back up here in just a second so you can see that. It's going to be right offshore at 1 o'clock. You can see where it's at right now at 4 p.m. This was a 4 p.m. update, and won't be long. It'll be on land and drops down to a tropical storm, looks like, by the time it gets to the Mississippi, Louisiana line there. I think that's Mississippi. Yeah, Mississippi, Louisiana line. My glasses aren't strong enough. So anyway, we're going to head on out. We'll be back a little bit later on, letting you know exactly what's happening here on Bolivar Peninsula with Tropical Storm Francine and the effects it has on Bolivar Peninsula. Remember, you can see Bolivar Live anytime through our 11 live webcams at BolivarPeninsulaTexas.com. Also get area information, vacation rentals, restaurants, shop stores, history, and more. The official tourism and visitors website. Until next time, I'm David with Bolivar Live. Y'all have a great day, great week. Come see us. God bless, and bye-bye.